Hello, I'm Kenisha Richmond, and this is my principal.
Mr Toney.
And we're here today to talk about my how I evaluated myself on the self-assessment versus how Mr. Toney evaluated me on the self-assessment. And the biggest disparity so far, one of the ones was on Standard 2 of the school climate, where it reads efficiently works within the social, cultural, leadership, and political dynamics of the school. I rated myself in A. Well, Mr. Toney rated myself a 3, rated me a 3. So we had a conversation about that, and Mr. Toney felt like
you do work here within the building to promote success for all students, especially in the area of mathematics. You advocate for the kids, and you also share different strategies and techniques with teachers in order to make sure that our school community is a safe place for students to learn and grow.
So I appreciate that. Another one under that same standard, where it says mentors and develops other leaders in the school. I rated myself an A, but Mr. Toney rated me a 3.
Again, as a master teacher, you do give those teachers other strategies and different techniques in order to utilize in the classroom, again, to make sure that our school is a safe and wonderful place for students to learn and to grow. And it's the kind of natural thing that kind of occurs, in addition to when you have scheduled meetings with various teachers and different things.
All right, thank you. And it's enlightening. I think sometimes I don't think of all the things that I do, and that would be one of the ones. Another one, this is Standard 3, Planning and Assessment, and under that, the element, which is this one, monitors effectiveness of school programs. I rated myself an A, but Mr. Toney also rated me as a 3 under that one as well.
And as a school, we use data-driven decision making, and we're looking at our different programs. Even with the program with the math lab, you look at the data from the students in order to plan, to go back and do some reteaching and spiraling back on those different skills they didn't do well on, and also you give them opportunities through pre and post tests in order to measure the effectiveness of your program.
That is also true, so I didn't think about that. I think a lot of it probably comes from me evaluating myself under how I'm evaluated currently under teacher keys, and this is leader keys, so I think I'm starting to see myself more as a leader. Thank you. Another one, organizational management, creates and implements routines and procedures to ensure a safe, orderly, and positive environment. Well, in this one, I rated myself a 3, and Mr. Toney rated me an A. So the reason why I rated myself as a 3 is because I feel like inside of my classroom, I have to make sure that it is a safe environment so that the students can learn. Without routines and procedures in place, then it would be kind of difficult for me to teach and hard for them to receive the information. So I rated myself a 3 on that one.
And I would have to go back and reconsider that one as well, because from that perspective you just offer, I definitely would agree with the 3 in that area.
Okay, perfect. All right, so moving down to Standard 5, another one that we differed on was identifies new teacher strengths and weaknesses. Whereas I rated myself an A, Mr. Toney rated me a 2. And
again, as a teacher leader, as being a mentor teacher here within the building, you do help teachers directly and indirectly kind of hone in on their different areas of strength, but also on the areas in which they can grow. And you offer them strategies for doing that as well. So.
And I enjoy it. And thank you for giving me those opportunities to do so.
Definitely. We appreciate you.
Okay, so the next one, moving down, provide support for new teachers through both mentors and a positive environment. I rated myself an A, but Mr. Toney rated me a 3. So that was another topic for discussion.
But the same thing that I just kind of said with regards to being a mentor teacher and being a teacher leader within the building, that kind of occurs naturally.
All right, and then here, provide systematic training and support the teachers. I rated myself a 3, but Mr. Toney rated me an A.
And then again, I was just looking at the perspective of offering professional learning opportunities, but you really have even done it, even through our PTA and our Title I parent nights. You've even offered support for teachers and for students and parents alike. So I would have to agree with that. I'm being a 3 on that as well.
Alrighty, perfect. Okay, so standard 6, teacher and staff evaluation adheres to district guidelines regarding teacher evaluation. I rated myself at an A, but Mr. Toney rated me a 3. So I didn't feel like I really did much in terms of evaluating other teachers.
Right. I think this is regarding teacher. I take it from the perspective of that you are evaluated through this tool, and therefore you are following those guidelines. But I guess I could see both ends. So.
Right. Okay.
Excuse me.
And then we have the last one would be standard. Are we on the same standard? Yes, professionalism. The last standard. That's okay. No problem. Visits. No, where is this one? Networks with other school leaders to provide support. I rank myself a 2, but Mr. Toney ranked me as a 4.
So, well, you think I wouldn't rate you as a 4?
I don't know. More so, I was thinking in terms of me actually leaving the school and going to other schools to provide support. But coming from within Rockdale County, coming from my previous school at Shoal Creek to here, I still do communicate back and forth with some teachers there. So I guess I would be providing support in that manner. So.
And even bringing and sharing ideas from other schools that you are part of the Rockdale County leadership in Rockdale, and so therefore you are working with those leaders as well as you're growing and cultivating your own skills and being able to share some of those different things as well. So
you're right. I did not. I didn't think about that, but you're absolutely right. So going back through the evaluation tool, I've learned that I definitely would have some strengths that I think you've highlighted mostly, and some weaknesses. Can you think of anything that I could do to improve on a leadership side? Although I know I haven't really stepped into that role yet, but if there's some key pointers that I could really hone in on to take with me as I continue to progress in the profession.
But I think that you are moving at an appropriate rate, and I think that you have to have more opportunities to be able to work in some of those different areas. So in some regards, it's not fair to grade yourself on some of those different areas because you really haven't had that full opportunity to be able to have those experiences, to be able to adequately be able to rate yourself in those areas. So I just think we can, as we move forward, continue to give you more opportunities to be able to show those different standards.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Anything you want me to improve on?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day.
All righty.